تحدث البطل الأمريكي الدكتور مارتن لوثر كينغ من هذا المبنى ذاته.
It has a great historical significance. It was originally a Masonic temple, and then from a Masonic temple it was a church, the Church of Christ, and now it's the Masjid al-Taqwa. So if you are a Muslim, we know we should be following the character and the example of the Prophet. My mother, who was like holiness Christian, who was raised in the South, she, I think, was influenced a lot by her father, my grandfather, and my aunt, who was a member of the usher board with the African American Methodist Church. I would go to the church with her sometimes, and I was always excited to go to communion because they would give you a little wine, you know. They were very good people, excellent character. They had good Christian behavior, and all these things, I think, had an effect on my upbringing. Now, we had other people in my family who were members of the Nation of Islam, and they had an effect on me. My father, who was a master sergeant in the military, he had visited mosques, masjids overseas, and he was very impressed with Islam, with the history of Islam, and he conveyed that to me particularly, the concept of oneness, that God is one, Tawheed. Let us give ourselves over to the best instincts, the best influences that reside in our own self, in our own soul.
Friendship, attitude, lack of politics. It turns out there's less of a culture shock between myself and my friends here than there was between myself and the folks at some of the other masjids. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. My name is Charles Evans, and I've been a Muslim since 1954.
كثيرون ممن يحضرون صلاة الجمعة هنا اعتنقوا الإسلام حديثاً ويلتمسون من الإمام علي العلم والدعم.
He's a very friendly and very thoughtful man. Keeps me on the straight and narrow, primarily with his weekly talks. And he's always available in other times if anybody needs him for anything.
Allahumma salli wa sallim Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. God blessed me to have leadership skills. I was always the captain of the baseball team or the basketball team, and I did public speaking in high school, you know. And the fact that my father passed away when I was about 13 years old, I had to be the leader of the family.
لقد نشأ في واحد من أقصى الأحياء في البلاد، ساوث سايد بمدينة شيكاغو، حيث كانت هناك حدود واضحة بين المجموعات العرقية المختلفة، فضلاً عن العنف والمخدرات. لكنه بفضل الروابط الأسرية القوية ظهرت التساؤلات في المسائل الروحانية بداخله في سن مبكرة.
My next door neighbor and I, we would go to various churches. I asked questions of particularly my father, who I thought was just the smartest guy in the world, you know. He was pretty knowledgeable. He would give me answers that caused me to think and reflect on things. And so I always thought about serious matters concerning religion.
أما منظمة نيشن أوف إسلام المثيرة للجدل ورسالة قوة السود فيبدو أنها تجذب اهتمام شباب ساوث سايد بشيكاغو.
The Nation of Islam were really speaking to us, although we had great respect and love for Dr. King.
بعد اغتيال قائد حركة الحقوق المدنية السلمية في العام 68 900 و1000 اتجه الكثير من الأمريكيين من أصل إفريقي إلى منظمة نيشن أوف إسلام وأفكارها الدينية التي تجمع بين الإسلام والشعور بالقومية الإفريقية مثل مالكوم إكس ومحمد علي.
As Imam Muhammad said about Muhammad Ali can do the work of 1,000 imams in one day. And I've been with him on occasion where he would have it in his briefcase, he'd have Islamic literature. And he would always be passing out Islamic literature.
تعود العلاقة القوية التي تربط إمام علي بمحمد علي إلى الأيام التي كان يعيش فيها في منطقة ساوث سايد في شيكاغو.
My cousin, who I'm very close to, is almost like a sister. That's how close we are. We grew up on the same block, the same neighborhood in Chicago. She would work at the Nation of Islam bakery, Shabazz Bakery. She came back and started talking about she's going to get married to Muhammad Ali. And she's probably around 16 or 17 years old, you know. So we're like, you're going to do what? But that's what happened. Khalila got married to Muhammad Ali. Now we're very good friends. We're close friends. Whenever I see him, I say, what's up, cuz? Muhammad Ali is a one-of-a-kind guy. He's very down-to-earth, very genuine. The Muslim world does owe a lot to Muhammad Ali and to the Nation of Islam, as it was called then, because the Nation of Islam was very bold.
وكانت هذه الجرأة هي ما اجتذب الشباب الأمريكي من أصل إفريقي وبخاصة بعد اغتيال الدكتور مارتن لوثر كينغ.
I said, well, maybe, you know, this was a good man that got assassinated. Maybe Honorable Elijah Muhammad has it right. I'm going to go see what they're talking about. I'm going to actually go to the temple and see. And so I did. And I was impressed with the unity that was displayed at the Nation of Islam. Right about the time that I was coming into the Nation of Islam, Imam Muhammad, who was Honorable Elijah Muhammad's son, was coming back. And he learned Quran, he learned the Arabic language, and he had some differences with his father. And he began to change the direction of the Nation of Islam from the nationalistic, probably more militant tone. He changed that. He even got rid of the name.
عبد الرحيم علي تقبل هذه التغيرات والتي تضمنت التعاليم الإسلامية الأصيلة.
There was jubilation and also a sense of responsibility for myself. It wasn't a big deal with the rest of my family. Yeah. And they saw the positive change in my behavior and my conduct. You know, they saw that too. Now some of my associates and friends who I used to drink beer with, they were like, whoa, you know, this guy is really serious, you know. He won't drink beer with us anymore. He's not smoking weed. So they saw the change as well.
So we've been given this innate nature that Allah has placed in each and every one of us as human beings.
Islam is like breathing. It's give and take, you know. You inhale and you exhale. It's my life. It has improved my perception on what life is about. It has improved my character. It's improved my moral behavior. It has helped me to grow in every aspect.
We are going to get that 18 to 25 college age group because, believe it or not, their substance abuse and their at-risk sexual behavior is worse than the kids that are not in college. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Sadakia Ali, and I converted to Islam, or reverted to Islam, in 1995, so it's been 15 years. I'm the executive director of the Greater Denver Interfaith Alliance, and I'm one of the co-founders. And so with your prayers, we hope that we will find favor on this. It's really a good effort.
هنا في مجلس إدارة التحالف بين الأديان يجلس الزوج إمام علي مع ممثلين من الكنائس والمنظمات الدينية الأخرى في منطقة دنفر.
We've had a real cooperative kind of an experience. We've shared in ways that are helpful to the people in the community. My name is Robert E. Woolfolk. I'm the senior pastor at Agape Christian Church. I'm the co-chair of the Greater Denver Interfaith Alliance, one of the founders of the alliance.
Originally, we were looking to get housing for seniors. The other issues were so prominent in the community in terms of substance abuse and alcoholism, drug abuse, people without fathers needing parenting, reentry, people coming back from jail that need housing and employment. So when we looked at these other issues, we said maybe we need to change our focus.
We have looked at ways of utilizing resources to bring benefits for all the people that we serve in the community.
انطلاقا من التزامهما القوي بخدمة المجتمع، لا تتولى الدكتورة صديقية وإمام علي المهام الإدارية فحسب في التحالف بين الأديان في منطقة دنفر الكبرى، إنما يعملان مع أكثر الأشخاص حاجة للمساعدة في المجتمع، وهم النزلاء السابقون في السجون الذين يكافحون من أجل إعادة الاندماج في المجتمع.
The whole purpose is to engage them in a way that they process what their substance abuse issues were and the result or the adverse effect that that's had not only on them but the community.
الدكتورة صديقي علي حاصلة على درجة الدكتوراه في علم التوحيد، وتطبق ما درسته في أعمال الدكتوراه.
This is the practice that comes from the theory. It is directed at the caregiving disciplines, whether it's mental health, pastoral care, any kind of substance abuse, anyone that is working with the African American community. I am the author of a book entitled Survival and Liberation that was published in 1999, and most of it was based on my doctoral work. I introduce this paradigm through the lens of the African American context, and I say that if you are addressing African Americans, there are two concepts that you need to address. One is survival, and that's not day-to-day survival, but it's survival as a people, surviving with your cultural awareness, your heritage intact, your identity of who you are. And the other concept was liberation, because that's still an issue for African Americans in this country in terms of